Graham Nathan, he was just off the back of the Audis, but look out for him coming through in that front-wheel drive GTI. And with that car, he's got to work twice as hard as the all-wheel drive Audis, due to the fact that he drives through those front wheels, turns through them, and also has to go and fight with the 4 Audis at the front. It's time to go racing. Out of G&H Transport Corner they come. Red lights are on, and as soon as they go off, we go racing down towards BMW Performance Corner, and it looks like it's Henny Groenewald who's done everything right. And in fact, what a drive around the outside from Gennaro Bonafide. Looking to sneak up on the inside of Michael Stephen and play the absolutely perfect tail gunner roll, and that's exactly what he's done. He has forced Stephen into third place. Nothing that Michael could do right there. He's going to have to try and find a way through. It's not going to be easy. And look in the background, Graham Nathan already applying pressure onto the back end of Michael Stephen and looking to sneak through. In fact, he goes around the outside, heading into Castrol Magnetic. Can he make that stick? No, he can't. He gets out of shape. Wow, trying a little bit too hard. I think there might have been a small failure on the car there, though. That's not the kind of mistake you see out of Graham Nathan, unless something went wrong with the car. And the way he's looking down, good possibility that something has actually gone wrong there in that Golf GTI 6. Coming out of turn 7 down towards the final turn, it's Audi Sassel Racing in absolute formation flying at the front. Exactly what Gennaro Bonafide had to do to help his teammate out. He's done it. Now let's see if he can keep those 2 Engine Extreme Audis behind him. Behind them, of course, it's first of the GTIs, and it's not Nathan. We saw him go off down at Castrol. It's actually Charles Smallberger, and on Smallberger's tail comes Sean Dermody. Dermody making a welcome return in the SMD Racing Ford Focus and getting an opportunity to race with Class X. That's it. Confirmation of Graham Nathan pulling into pit lane and out of race 1. That's a big pity to lose Unbelievable so quickly, but remember, his team will work frantically to get that car sorted out. It is a busy day's racing, and they've only got a couple of hours to sort it out. Hopefully, the Nathan's Motorsport guys can get it done. Gennaro Bonafide, very cool, calm, and collected in the cockpit here, and alliteration aside, you can see just how hard he's actually pushing Henny Groenewald. He doesn't want Groenewald to let up any pace, because if he does, the possibility of Michael Stephen catching both of them is still on the cards. As they come out of the big left-hander, down the hill towards G&H Transport Corner, you can see just how hard the 2 of them are pushing. And Gennaro is actually giving Henny a little bit of a run for his money there. That's just to keep him honest and make sure that he doesn't let up. He can't afford to let up at any time during the day. Well, you can see George Smallberger hanging on to the front end of Class X. Let's take Sean Dermody out of the equation. Even though he is a Class X contender today, he's actually fighting at the front end where he'd normally be in that SMD Racing Ford Focus. Great to have him back in the field, though. But great to have this man back as well in the Z4, fighting with Mark Tutoy. And in fact, that battle right there is the battle for second place overall in the championship. George Smallberger's got to do it all right. He's got to finish all 3 heats and try and beat Quanshai. Wow! In the background, speaking of doing it all wrong, that's Michael Stephen. Can you believe how hard Michael Stephen is pushing? He hasn't got his teammate to help him out. In fact, his teammate has just been overtaken by Sean Dermody, and Simon Moss has been demoted. So Simon Moss, as we go on board with him now through Kenwood Corner, has got some work to do to try and find a way through on Dermody's ST. Yeah, that thing is going like a rocket ship here today, and really has put on a great performance. Looking forward to seeing it in both production cars and the extreme supercars a bit later on. Now as they come across the line, Henny Groenewald doing it all right, doing it to perfection in fact. This is what he needs to do. Hopefully he's going to be also looking at getting the hottest lap time of race number 1, which will of course then put him onto pole position for race 3. Race 2 is set up by the way that these guys finish up, and right now Simon Moss would move to pole position in race number 2. This is Michael Stephen's point of view as he changes down and gives it absolutely everything he can. 3rd gear, and you can see 150 k's an hour, 160 k's an hour down into 4th gear. Oh, brilliant stuff there. That onboard shot really shows just how hard Michael Stephen is working. Bonafide though, what a drive here from the youngster. He pushed hard throughout the season, definitely had a shot at this championship title, but of course down to the wire, and especially here at the final round, he now has to play the team role. And you cannot ask for a better man to be in the position that Gennaro Bonafide's in right now for Henny Groenewald. He knows that the rear end of his Sassel Audi is completely sorted out. No one is going to get past Gennaro, and what a great drive here from the 2 of them. To perfection, formation flying, just like we saw a couple of weekends ago at the Sassel Race Day when we came here for Extreme Festival, and now they're looking to do more of the same. This time, hopefully, to take the title away from that man, Michael Stephen. Sean Dermody, though, is not holding back. He certainly wants an opportunity to sneak past on the 3rd of the Audis, and that is Michael Stephen. I don't think he'll get involved. He'll probably let Michael Stephen stay in 3rd place because he realizes that the championship is up for grabs. Class X is all about the Shield GTI. What a great drive here from George Smallberger. He's had an up and down season and really hasn't had some of the best heats he's ever had in his life, but certainly today it's gone much better. Michael Stephen is still found wanting by the end of race number 1 as the flag is waiting now for Henny Groenewald. Down onto the braking markers into G&H for the last time. It's Groenewald from Bonafide, perfectly done from Audi Sassel Racing, and Michael Stephen has to settle for 3rd place. Michael Stephen, though, looks like he might have put in the hottest lap of the race and could possibly be on pole position for race 3. Here is confirmation. Groenewald from Bonafide and Stephen. Sean Dermody taking Class X but stepping out, then Moss, and eventually the win going to George Smallberger in Class X. We caught up with Michael Stephen.
Not the result we were hoping for. Obviously we knew Henny was quick after qualifying, he had a bit of a margin on us, so we tried a few things for race 1. Pretty much seemed to stay where we were, and that's the nature of the game, you know. Give it your all and see what happens. Still 2 races to come, so anything can happen, and we're going to keep going.
Love the fact that he doesn't give up. Neither does this man, Gennaro Bonafide in 2nd.
I mean, obviously coming into this championship challenge, the last round, the objective is to get the championship for the team and for Henny. So we had a good race, a great start, managed to get ahead of Michael, and from then on I just stuck behind Henny. The car felt great, the team has done a fantastic job, you know, Audi Sassel Racing team the whole year. So, you know, we sat there and played the team game as it is, and we achieved the first objective, race 1. Now we've got 2 more races to go, and hopefully we can bring it home for the team.
Team front runner is Henny Groenewald, and what a great start to the day.
New coming into the weekend, that's where a lot of the points are going to lie, is have the speed in qualifying and have the speed in race 1. So we've managed that. It gets more difficult from here on. We have the inverted grid for race 2, so there's a lot that's still going to happen. You know, there's a lot of dynamics in what's left today in those last 2 heats. So we'll have to be working smartly to try and get maximum points.